tonight, playing on national TV, bouncing back from playing Ohio State. I mean, anytime that you can come and get a win on the road against a team that was ranked in the top 25 before the season started and finishing in the top 25, I think was really big for us. I think we did a lot of great things tonight, some things we still have to improve on. I think that, offensively, I start off that we did a great job in the red zone and improving in the red zone of scoring touchdowns and getting some points. Last time we played, we didn't do a great job of doing that, so we showed improvement. We still got to correct the turnovers, I'll say this 4 to 6 turnovers that Ja'Cory have is through Travis, We got to make sure that those guys connect more better and throws is there, guys got to make catches and the throws have to be better. So, we just got to keep working and we'll get better at it. Offensively, towards the end of the game, they grinded the game out and really, start running the football like we wanted to get done. Grind it out, get the time off the clock and keep moving. Defensively, I thought we did a tremendous job of tackling. Going against two great running backs, 1-2 tandem that they have at Pitt was really huge for us. To go out there and tackle the way we did. We kind of, snuffed the run game, but I think that when they had a chance to break some yards, that we did a great job of tackling and getting the guys on the ground and lining up. If I'm not mistaken, I think we had between 8 and 9 tackles for loss. That shows you that we're really getting a lot of emphasis as far as getting tackles for loss from our linebackers and our defensive line, getting penetration upfield. 2 turnovers are big for us. The one with Van Dyke, the one for Brian Hill. Stop 2 drives for Pitt, which I think is always huge for us as we start talking about creating turnovers. As far as that, I think it was a good, clean game. We had 2 aggressive personal foul penalties. One on Joe Nicholas, I think, on the long run, and the one on Randy Shannon, he sacked hit the quarterback. So judgment deal. So as long as you're not getting the pass interference or the holding things like that, which is all mental, I think you can always correct those mistakes.
You talk about Sean Spence, and he seemed like the leader of the charge today on the defense.
Did a great job. I think he really played the run game solid, made some plays in the passing game. I think he had a sack or 2 tonight. And, Sean's really stepping it up his game of what he's trying to get done. And like anything, you never know who on defense that's going to really step up, but anytime somebody gets in a rhythm like he was tonight, it's kind of hard to stop.
Randy, do you think, you mentioned the turnovers. It's obviously been a continuous problem the past 2 games, but is it something that is correctable? And if it is,
yeah, it is, Heather. You can't. You throw the ball out there, guy got to make a catch. Stop. Great receivers do go up and make catches. Travis got to understand we depended on him to make those catches. But also, you get one-on-one, Ja'Cory throws it up. Sometimes maybe Ja'Cory might have led him 1 or 2 yards difference. But I won't know until film. But when you get a guy one-on-one, you always say great receivers always get the one-on-one catches.
It seemed like a championship defense. How far away is it from being a championship offense?
Not that far. Not that far away at all. I mean, you can see that we have playmakers. You see that, you can't really say it's going to be a Hankerson day. I think LaRon Bird did a great job of making some key catches in the game, some 12 to 15-yard, catches that, kept the drive going and do things like that. So I think that the more we just keep focusing on what we're trying to get done in offense and stay sharp and stay crisp, we'll be okay, I think.
Was there anything that you, having such a long relationship with Coach Wanstadt, was there anything that helped you when you were going into this game planning or anything?
No, like I said earlier, we got kind of the same mentality. We knew that it was going to be a grind game, that both of us feel like we got to be physical to win a game. And, I know he's always been that type of coach in the same way with me. We always have to be physical up front on both sides of the football. And unfortunately, which is great for us, we came out on top today. I mean, they got a good football team. They'll do well in the Big East, and you got to expect big things from Coach Wanstadt.
Hitting the ACC against Clemson, I mean, the mindset of your team right now?
Got to be tough, physical. We watched, I know the guys watched a little bit of Clemson last week, when it was on Saturday, but it's a tough physical team. They got 2 running backs, do a great job of running the football. The last time we played them, they lined up at no backs. So I can't tell you they had a week off to prepare for us. I don't know if they're going to come back and slam it like they did against Auburn. They would line up in 2 backs, 2 tight ends running the football here and there. Or they'll take time off and line up in no backs, what they did to us last year. So we just got to see when that game time comes and decision what they're going to try to do.
And Ja'Cory Harris, was that his shoulder, do you know?
Yeah, look, Nick, he's okay. That's why we're back in the game. The one thing we won't do is, put a guy in a situation where we have to go back in the game when injuries occur. So, in and out guys get a little nicked here and there. So if they're okay to go back in, we put them back in.
Randy, coming into the game, did you think your speed on defense would cause them as many problems as it seemed to tonight?
You know what? I didn't think of it that way. I just think that we corralled the football. I think we preached it and preached it in practice, and I think that for 2 games we didn't do very well on defense. We didn't, play very well. We didn't tackle very well, and it was a big emphasis in practice. And I think those guys had a chip on their shoulder tonight on defense. to go out and really start, you know, playing Hurricane football and being aggressive.
Damian got the ball a lot early, intentionally trying to kind of get the run established, and how do you feel like he ran tonight?
He did okay. You always want a guy to get, 100 yards rushing and things like that. But I think he came out the first years we established what we was trying to do offensively, and then we started going, and then we lost the field position in the game, I think, which was key. But I think Matt Bosher punt changed the field position again. That long punt was punt out the backed up a little bit. That long punt got us back and winning the field position game, which was really good for us.
You guys came in leading the country in tackle for losses, another big day. What is when you see that? When you guys are making more plays behind the line of scrimmage, what does that show you?
So we're playing the run very well. That we're stuffing the run. The one big run at the end of the game, like I told the guys, the second team was in there, but even though you're second team, you're part of the University of Miami. You got to play like your first team guy. And but I think that anytime you can get those close to double digits tackles for loss, that show you that you're getting a lot of things up front with your defensive tackles. It's freeing up the linebackers to get some plays off. As a defensive tackle coming in free, that means that now the linebackers are getting double. So it goes hand in hand.
Randy, we've been told Jacory will not be allowed to talk to us. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's about that time of the season. I did it last year. You guys forgot about that. Sometime point in the year, he's been going since he went in July. He was available during August, September. It's about time for him to take a break. Like anything, you just can't keep running a guy out all the time.
Anything else?
How did you feel about his play today?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you when I watched film. I thought he managed the game well. We went, don't tight ends has some catches, fullback has, the running backs has some catches. He made some great throws. He took a shot and still got a deep ball off that happened to give us a big play. So I think he hung in there tough and he did his job tonight. And any time that he can hang in there tough and do his job like he did, we're going to be successful.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, Coach. Take care.